Right. Is the microphone going to work this time? That's the question.
What do you
mean? Oh, great. Look at it. Hello and welcome to the long-awaited sequel, Quotation Special. With me here in the studio is Sudsy.
Hello.
Well done. Are you going to say anything else?
No. I'm done now. That's what my contract was for. I've said hello.
Congratulations. Can I just say congratulations, by the way, for being the first person who I didn't have to go, say hello, Sudsy. And they replied with, hello, Sudsy. Okay?
I'm pretty sure I did do that last time I was on.
You did. You did do that in previous episodes, and Dan did that in the first episode. So it's been done quite a lot, but I'm glad we've moved past it at last.
We're done beating the dead horse.
Your private life has got nothing to do with me. Anyway, we are here to talk about quotations, things we've heard other people say on the street, at work, on the road, or in a public place. Injury lawyers for you.
What?
Well, I brought back the sponsors.
We're not being sponsored.
Well, no, but we might get some if they hear how well we've done it.
Viewers. And if anyone's going to sponsor us, let's be realistic here. It's the Metro, because we keep reading off their news.
Oh, yes.
News.
Coming up later, we have news from the Metro. I'm doing the full radio voice. Did you spot that?
Very
Coming
good.
up later, we have news from the Metro. First of all, we have some bollocks.
Tonight on the long-awaited sequel, news and other things.
Dun, dun, dun. I need jingles and funny little noises. You know, like the Swanee. That was a terrible.
Oh my god, we should hire a clanger.
Yes. Yes, perfect. And tonight, here with me in the studio, is the clangers.
And special guest, the Soup Dragon.
Oh, yes. Bloody hell, I haven't watched the clangers in years.
Oh, there's a new series.
There's a new series.
Yeah,
there's a new series of Danger Mouse.
Narrated by Michael Palin.
Michael Palin?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, alright. Well, fair
We
enough.
watched an episode of it at home, bearing in mind I am 21, my younger brother is 17, and my parents are grown adults.
They're older than you, aren't
We
they?
watched quite a serious family watching of an episode of The Clangers, in which Major Clanger invented a machine that did knitting.
Oh, spoilers, by the way.
And then the old woman Clanger got really annoyed because she likes knitting, and Major Clanger had now outdone her by inventing a machine that does knitting. So she buggered off, knitted a hat for the Soup Dragon, and then came back and had a knit off with the machine. And that was it. That was the episode of The Clangers.
Well, thank you for
I'd say it's gone downhill since the good old days, while Oliver Postgate was actually still alive.
Well, thank you for the knitting anecdote there, Sudsy. You really helped the episode fly along. So,
I really want to watch some more of The Clangers now.
I'm afraid we do have to record this. We are a bit short of time, which is why I do want to apologise, by the way, in case the episode is not quite of the same high quality as the previous ones. What? Anyway, let's kick off with quotations.
Speaking of kicking off...
Don't touch me there. There will be trouble. I am not a chicken.
Yep. So, are these just quotes you've just heard?
That one was said...
or you've found, or have been given to you?
No. These were ones I heard myself, personally.
Just walking down the street?
Yes.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure what the genesis of that one was, but there you go. Don't touch me there. There will be trouble. I am not a chicken. Let your imaginations run wild. It was the same day, because it's in the same note that I made this. I heard people arguing. Person one, don't call me a bad emo. Person two, you are a bad emo. Person one, no one wants to be a bad emo.
Oh my goodness. So the best quote I've ever heard, I'm not even sure was really a quote and wasn't actually, in fact, just to, confuse people. But I was on Xbox Live being young and moronic.
Stupid, yes. We both went for different
I
ones.
was playing a bit of good old Call of Duty, being
Call of
young
Duty.
and moronic.
Oh, yes. Were you being offensive at 13?
No, thankfully. Well, yes, but not at this particular time.
Okay.
And we joined in a game, and there was a three-person party, and this was a Call of Duty that forced you into game chat, so you had to listen to other people.
Ah.
So we get into game...
Something that multiplayer gamers hate, I should point out. Yes.
So
we don't like talking to other
We
people.
get into game chat, it's about 3 seconds of pause, at which point somebody in the chat just goes, "But I've already got a cucumber on my head."
Wow.
To this day, I don't know whether he was just waiting for people to join and confuse them by saying that, so it sounded like their content, or whether or not they were actually just having a conversation which resulted in that statement.
Why not write in with your vegetable-based Call of Duty challenges?
What?
Well, I can only imagine he was going, I can win at Call of Duty, and I'll do it with a cucumber on my head. And they go, well, you haven't succeeded in your challenge. You haven't put the cucumber in. He goes, I've already got the cucumber on my head. That's my scenario.
I would like to point out that cucumbers are not vegetables, they are fruit.
Cucumbers are fruit as well.
Got seeds in the middle.
Tomatoes are fruit, cucumbers are fruit. What the fuck's going on with the world? It's Broken Britain. Talking of Broken Britain, I saw a girl with bright blue hair looking miserable. It's ridiculous.
Wow. I thought that was where you were going with that.
You can't look miserable with bright blue
It kind
hair.
of like it built up. I saw a girl with bright blue hair looking miserable. No follow-up.
You don't need to follow up. It's Broken Britain. What sort of person goes, I want to have bright, vibrant, exciting hair, and then go around with, looking like you're chewing a wasp?
That is a phrase I have not heard used in a while.
It's a vintage phrase, but we bring it out here. But you can't. No. If you've got bright blue hair, you have got a duty to look cheerful at every moment. Otherwise, just dye your hair something that's not bright.
What? Like grey?
Yeah, grey. Dye your hair grey. I wonder if there is grey hair dye. Because
No.
who wants to go, I've got to touch up my roots. Why? Well, I'm looking all grey. But my
Touch up my
youthful-
roots. Well, I'm looking a little bit youthful. It's coming through a little bit like auburn. I want to go back to grey.
Well, you say men look distinguished when they're grey, apparently. I mean, I don't think I'll ever look distinguished.
I'm not sure. I always think people are going for more like not completely grey when they say that.
Just like with little highlights.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a challenge, isn't it? How do you figure out what hair colour makes you look the most distinguished?
Well,
Why-
I don't think hair colour can save me at this point.
Neither do I. But why not write in with your...
What colour your hair is. And whether or not you look distinguished as a result.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have a top 10 distinguished ranking. We won't. Please don't write in. We're not going to do any of this. But it's a nice thing to think about, I think. But yeah, I can't believe it.
Back to chewing a wasp
blue, bright.
I love the idea of a vintage phrase. It's rattling a bit, and there's smoke coming out of bits when there shouldn't be smoke coming out, but it's still going.
Yeah. So doesn't she look lovely? I'm trying to think of what else is vintage phrase now. We'll be right back.
While we try and think of something to say.
Yeah. In the meantime, let's have a word from our sponsors. Do an advert.
This is the Metro newspaper, providing you with high-end, impactful news every day of every week. Metro newspapers, sponsors of the long-awaited sequel.
Disclaimer, we are not actually sponsored by the Metro News. Also, we're not really sure they do give you informative news, but there we go.
Yeah, but that was a sponsorship message. They're not true.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true. That is true. Oddly enough, the fact that we're lying is the truthful part of this. Anyway, thanks for the advert there, Mr. Metro. Please, cheerio. Good. Right.
I'm worried that if I jump too much on the Metro newspaper should be sponsoring this thing, they're just going to tell us off for using their good name repeatedly.
What good name?
I don't know, but they'll claim they've got one.
Oh. Gary. That's a pretty good name. You've been using Gary repeatedly on your podcast.
Oh, we have now. Look what you've done.
Oh no, we're going to get sued for overuse of Gary.
No, you've done it again.
There's a sentence I wasn't expecting to say today. Ooh, classy chassis.
Nobody says that. Has anybody ever said that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, usually blokes down a pub with a pint, going, "Oh, look at Dave," and then he called the bloke.
Look, I live in Somerset most of the time, so I go to like back end country pubs full of middle-aged farmers.
Oh yeah, go in the back end, and
I've never heard somebody say that.
Well, no, but it's an old-fashioned phrase.
I've walked into a pub, gone up to the bar, and heard 3 people having a heated discussion about which tractor is the best. What?
We have just Googled old-fashioned phrases, and there's one here that says, "Gee, Sally, you really razz my berries."
These are not old-fashioned phrases. These are just things that nobody says.
No. There you are. If you're single, go and try that on a girl. Gee, Sally.
5 easy ways to get hit in the face.
I mean, we don't even care.
She's not even called Sally.
I was going to say, don't matter what her name is, still go up to her and go, "Gee, Sally, you really harass my berries." In that really crap American accent as well.
Oh my god. I actually, almost, just remember far out being a thing people said.
I'm really digging these far out sounds. I don't sound like I should say it anyway, even if I was back in time.
I will point out these actually have translations. So should one of us read off the phrase and then one of us read off the translation?
Okay, I'll read out the phrase because I sound cooler than you. I'm really digging these far out sounds.
I'm really enjoying this music.
We're using the same voice for both bits.
This is like an old phrase book.
Man, this sure is Fat City.
I'm having a fun time here.
My keepers say I'm kooky, but they're real cubes.
My parents say I'm nuts, but they're just boring people. No one has ever said that. Come on. Keepers.
Keepers say I'm kooky. But it's got the alliteration. My keepers say I'm kooky, but they're real cubes.
That makes it less of a thing people would say. People don't use literary devices in normal speech. They do.
They're crazy and they're kooky. Seriously spooky. It didn't star Snooky. The Addams Family.
No.
Do you know Snooky?
No.
She's from the Jersey Shore.
Not personally.
Well, no, not. Well, that's surprising. She knows a lot of people personally. That's libelous.
If this ever gets popular, you're absolutely doomed.
I used to be a real freeab. Then I ditched my binoculars, and now I'm a real flutterbum. I
used to be a loser. Then I ditched my glasses. And now I'm an attractive guy.
Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't think women would go for either of the people who said either of those phrases.
I would stop speaking to someone who said flutterbum in a real context.
So we've missed out on the old flutterbum. Yeah, I've forgotten about the old flutterbum.
I've never heard anyone say flutterbum until now.
But classy chassis.
Flutterbum sounds like it might be something that happens to you when you go to a third world country and drink untreated water.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Now our podcast really is shit. This is a conversation I had with someone who was working. We got a right fucking dipstick in our office. So, all right. She said, yeah. That was the story. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
That was it. It was like, but no, you can't just leave it there. No, nothing. No more. I did the stupid thing of asking someone who was working as a stacker in a supermarket what it was like. And they said, the freezers are bloody cold.
I mean, probably right. Freezers are normally quite cold.
But just non-conversations. I was listening to the radio in Norfolk. This is anecdotes. I'm doing the thing I'm about to describe, but there was a chap. I was listening to Radio Norfolk, because we were up in Norfolk, and there was nothing else to do. And they was doing the standard, disc jockey talking between the discs
and the jockeys and the
discs and the jockeying and the horses, and it's blatantly bribed going up to the second fence. And anyway, back to the point. He was talking about well, there was a report published. The proper radio voice. There was a report published today that said the most common cause of breakdown in the UK is running out of petrol. It's easily done, though. A couple of times I've driven away to go on holiday, and the light comes on, and I think, oh, well, I'd better fill up, but I get to the caravan and I haven't filled up and the light's still on. That was it.
Oh.
That was the story.
It wasn't that he ran out of petrol.
No.
It was just that you're running out of petrol light was actually still on.
Yes, that was it.
You know, sometimes my petrol gets quite low, and then I keep driving, and I'm still low on petrol.
But he didn't run out. I thought it was going to be a story about how he ran out of petrol. Going, it's easily done running out of petrol. No, he hadn't run out of petrol. He just nearly ran out of petrol and forgot to fill up, so filled up the next day.
That's Norfolk for you, isn't it? So they don't have interesting stories.
So it was the same with, the freezer and the fucking dipstick in the office. The guys can't call me a nosebleed now. Thanks, Daddy-O.
The guys can't call you a loser now. Thanks, dude.
I think they can. I think the guys
they definitely can. Based on what you just said, they can.
So there's no...
They won't call you a nosebleed, they'll call you a twat pancake.
Twat pancake! Oh, it's Shrove Tuesday. What did you do last Shrove Tuesday? I met up with somebody I didn't like very much. I made them a twat pancake. Well, thanks for that. You've really raised the tone of this episode. Oh, do you know what someone said to me? They said, I swore on a previous episode, and it lowered the tone. Oh dear. I didn't know that the replacement of nosebleed was twat pancake. I'll have to see the linguistics on that. You're listening to what could one day be an award-winning show, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
This is the long-awaited sequel. You've been waiting for this.
Apparently. I mean, if you're an avid listener, you probably have been waiting quite a while for this, because it does take you a while to release episodes.
I'm not. It doesn't take me that long.
Because it takes you several months half the time.
Unfortunately, we're beginning to run out of time, actually.
Oh my god, we actually are. Should we just move on to the news quickly?
Yeah, okay, because I was
And now for the news from our sponsor, Metro News.
Metro News. We bring you the news you don't want to hear.
News you don't want to hear in a place you don't want to read it. Metro News, sponsors of the long-awaited sequel podcast.
Disclaimer, we're not actually sponsored by metro.co.uk or any of its affiliates.
I feel like I've got a long career in writing bad sponsorship messages ahead of me.
I'm not too bad at the old talking too fast to be understood into the microphone. We should go into advertising. This time,
you are verbal small print.
Thank you, yes. Hang on, we'll do another story. I had to sign a contract once, and it had quite a bit of small print at the bottom of it, but luckily there was nothing in there that shouldn't have been, and it was fine.
Definitely got a long career in radio ahead of us.
Yeah. More just non-stories. Well, we're gonna have
that's
to...
what DJs tell. It's non-stories.
I know.
Right, on to the news.
Dun, 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 dun. The news!
The news, everyone, brought to you by What the Hell, which tab is it on? It's under that.
Okay. And we have got a headline for you today. Have we not, Sudsy? We've got a...
We do. Would you like to read it, or can I?
I'll tell you what. As the guest, you go ahead and read it.
Yes!
Go on.
Grumpy old woman in pubic wig glues her bum to a Debenhams in protest.
Now then, there's sometimes where you don't need to read the rest of the story before broadcasting.
You don't really.
But that's a headline.
That is the story, let's be honest here. Everything else is superfluous bollocks.
Yes, but to be fair, superfluous bollocks is what this show is all about. So let's read on.
Oh my god, someone's tweeted the picture of it, and the tweet attached to the picture is, "This is Croydon, guys." There could not be a more fitting tweet.
I love this. So she glued her bum, blah, blah, blah. Then the next line is, police turned up to see what was going on, but apparently they couldn't and didn't want to do anything about it. So it sounds like they weren't called. They just went, hey, lads, I've heard about this.
I like the idea that PC Blogs walked up. It was like, any wrongdoing going on here? No. No, fuck this, and just turns around and leaves.
Just take some photos for the album. Just tell them it's a story to tell your grandkids, isn't it? I remember
Yes, when I was a lad of
we both did grandfather voices.
30 and 5, a woman glued her bottom to Debenhams of all places.
I remember, as you know, she had on a sash saying world's grumpiest woman and a pubic wig.
And grandchildren are like, Grandpa's gone mad again.
Yes. The thing is, we're going to say all sorts of things when we're old. We're just going to go, Grandpa's gone mad again. I remember when computers were a foot high and 2 feet wide.
Grandpa, you crazy. Everyone knows you can't even see computers, they're so small.
And you know, we used to have something called a keyboard that you tapped on.
And children just there with the computer just plugged directly into their spinal cord.
Yeah. USB 3.
I mean, it's all good going, but the impactful part of what you just did was to point at the back of your neck.
Okay, alright. Christy then put his hand around the back of his neck as if he was pulling something into the back of his neck.
Perfect.
I like that we're doing audio descriptive for an audio show. It's brilliant.
The long-awaited sequel is now available in English with audio description for the hard of sight.
What?
I was going to say for the hard of hearing, but obviously that's no good.
That's it. This is where our show fits. Our show is perfect for the hard of hearing.
Because they don't have to this.
Yes. Right, well, we're back from making stupid jokes. I can't believe someone glued their ass to a Why are Debenhams?
Why would you glue your ass anywhere? What if you want to move?
I mean, yeah, that's a point. But
what would you glue it with? Like PVA glue? Papier-mâché?
Well,
super glue?
It must be super glue, because otherwise it's not really a glue. If you try gluing an ass, I've heard, if you try gluing an ass with PVA, you just walk away, it just peels off.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
you don't wrench yourself away. Maybe it was like those wax strips. Those seem to hold a quite. Oh, that was a lovely. Oh, I wish we were a video now. Looking at that expression on your face.
The way I see it,
yeah.
Either she PVAs herself to a Debenhams, at which point the fact that your skin is a little bit oily means that the PVA doesn't stick very well, and the whole exercise is an exercise in futility, because really you're not really gluing yourself to something, you can just walk off. Mm-hmm. Or you super glue yourself to a Debenhams, which is quite dangerous, because super glue's quite sticky.
And it's hot.
Yes.
Like when it's reacting, because I spilt some super glue on my hands before, and it was very warm as it glued my fingers in place. 3 of them, and I spent, I think it was an hour and a half slowly getting rid of it again, because I didn't want to peel my finger off.
Yeah, well, you can get, like, specific super glue solvent.
Well, maybe she had that.
But then that's cheating anyway.
Or maybe she drank it and waited to fart it out so she could just walk away.
So, after she's glued herself to Debenhams, she's going to take a quick dump on the window so she unsticks.
No, a fart, not a shit. Oh, that's a horrible protest. Look, you should...
It's pretty horrible to start with.
True, but look, you can get away with farting in public, believe it or not, whereas taking a dump...
Wait, you're telling me I've been avoiding farting in public this whole time? And
if you've been avoiding farting in public, what the hell is that smell?
Christy, that's the fact your room is full of McDonald's. I mean, the recording studio.
The recording studio, professional recording studio. Sponsored by PowerGen.
I'll tell you what, we really picked up on the sponsor.
No, we've really got to... We've really done well on the old sponsorship deal, which is quite good. Now, I'm quite pleased we've got so many sponsors, you know. Anyway, please pass me a beverage, Sudsy.
I'll be right with you. There you go.
That's the refreshing taste of Coca-Cola.
Sponsors of the long-awaited... No, that's too far-fetched.
It's too far-fetched, is it?
Yeah.
Considering we drink about 5 cans every recording.
I mean, really, Coca-Cola should sponsor like, me, you, and Dan's lives.
Yes, yeah.
Given how much of it we drink, but...
But no, they could. I like the way you go, no, that's too far-fetched. Metro News could quite happily sponsor us as we go to their website and go, look at the stupid fucking headline. But Coca-Cola, the people whose product we enjoy, why would they sponsor us? Oh, another news story, sorry. Just a segue here.
We can't read off this headline because it doesn't make any sense.
No, but basically, there's a news story here. Actually, let's skip this. No, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck this story.
Fuck this story.
Next story.
Still enjoying that fresh taste of Coca-Cola. You're not going to say sponsored?
No.
Fine. Fuck it. We have another story for you. The judge was really unimpressed with this couple who had oral sex at McDonald's. So obviously they didn't put on enough of a show for this judge. He was unimpressed.
I want my money back.
Oh my god! It was just like in the drive-thru. They were waiting for their order when things got out of hand.
What?
I assumed this would be like out of hours or something, but apparently not. It was apparently they just expected the woman to walk over and go, "Here's your food. Sorry, I nearly hit your girlfriend's bobbing head there."
Oh my goodness. What is wrong with this country?
I don't know.
Jesus, he's bloody massive. It's amazing he fits in the drive-thru.
What the fuck?
Look how big he is.
I should point out we've got a picture of the bloke, not a picture of his, private when Sunsy is going, "Cool, look how big he is." You have to remember they can't see what we're looking at, Sunsy. So what we said is, they performed oral sex, followed by, "Cool, look how big he is. I'm surprised he fit." So, well,
her jaw unhinged like a snake.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I don't know what you're being, but I think that I will know at Shrove Tuesday. Oh, God. Your animalistic lust led the two of you to lose any shred of dignity and self-respect. The two of you turned yourself and your car into a human zoo. Your act led to the disgust and horror of staff who have been a matter of feet away from what you were doing, taking photos and filming.
It wasn't something that just happened on the spur of the moment, as it carried on for 20 minutes. Oh my god, he was put under a curfew to stay indoors from 9 p.m. till 7 a.m. and she was forced to go into alcohol rehabilitation and pay £900. Well done, UK. Once again, I thought you couldn't stoop any lower, and you've managed it.
Yeah. The things are going downhill fast.
And that's all we've got time for.
Here on the long-awaited...
On this episode of the long-awaited sequel.
That was a pretty elegant ending, wasn't it? Especially for the long-awaited sequel. But that's not actually how the tape ended. This is. Yeah, you do a closing. I'm pretty shit at them, so carry on.
And that was the long-awaited sequel, with your host, Sudsy, and his brave co-host, Christy. Once again, plumbing the depths that no duo has ever dared plumb before.
Can you please just stop it with the innuendo? Because it's...
No.
I'm worried. I don't want the long-awaited sequel to get a reputation for smut.
We don't want to end up like, what's that terrible BBC sitcom called, where there's that one woman who just makes pussy puns all the time?
Oh,
Are You Being Served?
No,
we don't want to become the Are You Being Served of YouTube podcast.
Fucking hell. Bloody hell. You're going back a bit. Bloody hell, you're going back a bit. I was thinking,
this was a very retro episode with all the lingo from the good old days.
I was just thinking, Mrs. Brown? And then when you said makes all the pussy jokes, I was thinking, makes all the piggy jokes, David Cameron. You must be talking about Today in Parliament. But no, you were going back to the 70s with Are You Being Served? We're on the internet. No one knows what Are You Being Served is. You have to be 80 years old before you remember watching that. Luckily, we're both well over 100, so... But... Jeez. You've been listening to Are You Being Served? First floor haberdashery, kitchenware and food. Oh! You're lucky to have me at all. Me pussy was frozen to the toilet this morning. I had to prise it off. Actually, it wasn't frozen. They used super glue and Debenhams.
Okay,
I think
are we
that's
done?
It. Yes,
Is that the end?
that's the end.
We can't
That's
get
it.
worse than that.
Worryingly, I suspect we can. So join us next time on the long-awaited sequel to see how much worse it can get. Thanks for listening.
The long-awaited sequel. It can always get worse.
That's a new catchphrase. Sponsored
by the Metro and Coca-Cola and some made-up injury lawyers.
They're not made up. Injury lawyers for you.
That's a real name of a lawyer firm.
Have you had an accent?
No.
At home?
No.
On the road? Or in a public place? Then why not call
No.
injury lawyers for you? I mean, I'm not actually... Don't call them. They're like vampires. But actually, let's just skip this.
Yeah, this is just the end.
Goodbye.